Hey guys, this is Martin Wright from Argos Dog Training in Boston. And today I'm going to talk about a pretty touchy subject. I think it's a touchy subject. It is, when do you get rid of a dog? Now, coming from a dog trainer's point of view, this is a hard one because it's not my job really to tell my clients to get rid of a dog. That is not my job. Most of the time, it's not my job. My job is to continue to work hard, to help you to change your dog's behavior, to help you to get the relationship that you want with your dog. It is not my job to say, hey, don't do it. But there's some times when I will. I had to tell a client fairly recently, that they should get rid of their dog because the dog weighed more than the client and the dog was stronger than the client, and the dog started to attack the client, started to show aggression towards the client. And it could be a dog that could dog could kill somebody. That dog could kill somebody because it was large enough, it was big enough, and it was strong enough. So in a situation like that, I will tell you, your dog is on the path now where it's really, you could get up at 2 a.m, step over your dog, and it could attack you, and you could be in a life or death struggle. In that case, I will tell you, get rid of that dog, right? But most of the time, I don't do that. Most of the time, I even if you have an aggressive dog or a dog that's hard to work with, it's my job to work with you and the dog until it is over. But you should know as a client when it is time for you to get rid of the dog. And for me, the thing is, when I know that I need to give the dog more and I'm incapable of giving the dog more, that is when I need to get rid of the dog, right? And you could be incapable of giving the dog more for a lot of reasons. One reason is that you're already given a bunch of hours. Maybe you're working with the dog 4 hours a day in different capacities, working on different things throughout the day with the dog, but you're really dedicating 4 hours a day of your time to really deal with this aggression issue. And you really can't do 5 hours. In that case, you should give up the dog. In most dogs, that's an extreme case, because most dogs, if you work a lot less than that, you're going to solve the problem. But there are some dogs out there that they require more of us, and it's not going to solve the problem that quickly. Another time when you would want to give up a dog is even if you don't have that energy to be able to work that 4 hours to begin with. You're like, all right, it will take me 15 minutes a day to train this dog, but I don't have the 15 minutes to train the dog. That's when you should give up that dog as well. So it doesn't have to be, it could be at either end of the spectrum. Another time when it is fair or good to get rid of a dog that's in your family, in your pack, is if there's a small child who's afraid of the dog. If the child is literally afraid of, I'm not talking about going through a fear period where they're afraid of everything. I'm talking about a child that is past that, not normally afraid, but is afraid. I wouldn't want any of my children to grow up in a household where they're feeling fear, So that is on a constant everyday basis where they're afraid of one of their family members. That is a good reason to get rid of a dog or to give up a dog as well, if you're not able to work through that. So those are my ideas or thoughts on that. I don't think that we have to keep every dog. You want to live a good life. And just because a dog doesn't fit in your lifestyle does not mean that it won't fit better in somebody else's lifestyle. At the same time, I want to make sure that you understand when you do adopt a dog or bring a dog into your family, that you want to be making that as a serious commitment. You don't want to be thinking, I could just get rid of this dog if I don't like it. You don't want to go into it that way, but at the same time, you want to make sure that if you know that you can't do what you need to, then it is fair and it is a good idea to get rid of the dog, to give the dog to somebody else, to give the dog to an adoption center, to not have to take that responsibility of that dog on, because we only get one life. Till next time, enjoy your day and enjoy your dog.